Alright, so another quick Davinci tutorial with analog video, and on this one I want to go over some noise reduction and some other fixes. So I've got this clip here this one's from myself and DJI goggles. Let's jump to the color tab. There's already some stuff on here. Let's see before and after, not a lot, but a little bit. Alright, I'm going to hit Shift S instead of Option S to add a node before the node that was selected. I'm going to call this noise reduction. You need the studio version of Davinci to do noise reduction. So I'm going to do this, just the spatial noise reduction. This is just going to be general reduction across all the video and the whole frame. Temporal is a reduction, but it bases it off every frame. So it can work a lot better, but it takes a lot more time processing power. Some here spatial, I'm just going to turn it up. Super simple to do when you have the paid version. You can see before and after. You can really see it in the waveform. How far can we push it? Can't hardly play that back. And it's starting to lose a lot of detail there, so I probably wouldn't do it that far. What if we do enhanced all the way? Yeah, I mean, it's taking noise out. The noise on this camera is not terrible. It's actually kind of nice noise. Let's go back to better. Split the difference. Okay, so now we have this, it's relatively clean. If I didn't want to do that kind of noise reduction, let's add the other one too, just to do it. We'll call this temporal. Turn this one off. Frames, I would say you probably need at least 3 frames for FPV because it moves so fast. I'm going to do better estimation, and medium motion range should work. A lot of times large is needed because you have more movement with FPV. And I'm gonna definitely see a bit there. It's really tough to see, honestly. You can see it. So I mean, like I said, this is going to do better noise reduction, especially for FPV with the movement, but it is going to be a dog on the computer, and pun intended. It's going to be really tough to play back, and it's going to take a long time to render. So I typically just don't use temporal. I don't find it worth it, especially with analog. So let's go back to this one. Jumping from temporal to this one looks pretty bad. Let's go down a little bit. Okay. Back to our first frame. I'm going to delete this node. Alright, so that's noise reduction. Let's do some of the other ones. So typically you put noise reduction at the front of your node tree because you want analog videos coming in relatively damaged, so to speak. It's not the best stuff, so you want to fix it before you start to affect it with other things. A lot of times with better cameras and cinema stuff, you'll put noise reduction at the very end of the chain because you're kind of like fixing the noise you create as you do stuff. A couple different ways to skin the cat, but analog in general is better to stick it at the beginning. So let's do another fixer kind of node. So here I'm going to arrow key to do frame by frame. There's this weird scan line effect happening. So I'm going to go here to a plugin called Dirt Removal. I'm going to put that on there, and it's going to take out a lot of that those artifacts. And it actually works pretty well. You gotta check other parts to make sure you're not messing up other parts of it. Or a lot of times if there is OSD or text, it really will mess with that. So that's a nice little trick to do there. Call this dirt. I'm going to do Shift S, add one before that, and we'll do the flicker. There's one called Deflicker, and this is going to be, this clip's actually a bad example. Let's jump to another clip here. Pretty sure this one had it. Yeah, see all these little green bars? And those green bars are gone. So the deflicker is going to analyze every frame and say, here are brightness changes between the frame before, the frame you're on, the frame after, and it's going to level those off and fix those. So it will get rid of flashes and flickers and a lot of distracting things. And in this one, it kind of did too much, and you see you lost all of this detail, although I think we're blurred from the last tutorial. But yeah, you can see there's like little banding lines and streaks here. You can probably see it in the waveform more. And that's taking those out. It might be too much. So the other option you can do is fluoro light. And that one will be, it's probably way more accurate for FPV, but it takes a lot more power on the computer. But yeah, you can see in the grass all the splotchiness is gone, and it levels it off. I say like this 50% of the time works for what I want it to do, and the other 50% of the time it's too much and it's kind of gross. So a lot of times I find myself going to global blend and just knocking it down to 50% just to tone it back. So deflicker is a great fix for flashes and flicker. The dirt removal is a good one for artifacts on the screen. Now let's see if we can find more of like a good old analog glitch. There's a flash there. Yeah. Ooh, I don't know if that one will work. Let's try it. I think Deflicker might have worked better on that flash. Oh no, that worked great. So you have all of this nastiness here, and dirt removal just pops it and it's gone. It's awesome. Let's see if we can find another. There's a good example. There, those lines, those glitches are a great example. You put the dirt removal on. This one only got part of it. But yeah, so the dirt removal, deflicker, noise reduction, those are all really great tools. And then finally, the other one that I like to use will be more simple, and that's just finding something that's over sharp like this. And oh, this is already all turned down. So you just turn the mid-tone detail down, and that takes out like the over-sharpening effect to a certain extent. It's really bad in this clip, but mid-tone detail down will take out some of the over-sharpening, and you can also add motion blur. And motion blur will help a lot. Definitely freaked out there. Let's go to another frame. Turn this to better. The advanced controls, you can pick, sometimes one of these works better than the other. For analog, because there's not a ton of information, usually the both directions works best. But yeah, it's actually doing a pretty good job there. and softening up the motion like that in a direction is our eyeballs like that, and we think that it looks more cinematic and true to life. So adding motion blur can have it has the effect of making it look like a higher end, even though you're higher end video, even though you're kind of blurring it and making it worse technically. I'll turn that down a little bit. The global blend on motion blur, I hate. It makes it look weird. Like kind of fringing almost. So I'd rather use just the amount of motion blur. You used to be able to do motion blur in the free version in the Fusion tab, but I don't see that anymore as of version 19. I don't think you can do it there. But yeah, there's some quick ways to fix your footage. You've got noise reduction, the dirt removal, the deflicker, and motion blur, mid-tone detail as well. Hope that helps you out.